Hey guys, my name is Sergio and I'll be doing your walkthrough for this RV. So the first thing I'm going to be going over is the power connection. If you're going to a campsite that has full hookups, that means water, power, and sewage, the first thing you're going to want to do is connect yourself to the power. You're going to unplug this cord from the generator outlet and you're going to plug it into the campsite. It is a 50 amp RV, so make sure you have a 50 amp connection. Now, if you end up with a 30 amp, you should still be able to connect, but you will need an adapter, 50 to 30. Now, that means that you won't be able to run both AC units at the same time, since you won't be getting its full power. Next, we're going to be going over the water connection. When you get to the campsite and you have city water, what you're going to do is you're going to pull out the hose from one of the compartments. You're going to hook it up to this inlet where it says city water connection. If you're dry camping, then the tank in the RV will be full when you pick it up. You're more than welcome to use it all. You don't have to bring it back full if you don't want to. If at any point you need to refill your tank, then what you do is you take the water hose and you connect it to this inlet right here. You're gonna let the water run in there till it's completely full. You'll know it's full when water starts to come out from under the RV. You are responsible for dumping the black and the gray tank before returning it to us. If you want us to do it, we can take care of it, but it is a $45 fee. Just let us know when you got back if you want us to empty them for you. If you're gonna be doing this yourself, first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna pull out your sewage hose from one of the compartments. You're gonna first empty the black tank, take this end, lock it into place. Take the other end, and you're gonna stick it in the hole in the ground. You're gonna wanna put something heavy on it or step on it so it doesn't jump out of the hole when you're emptying the tank. Once you're all set up, you're gonna pull the black valve first. It's gonna drain out. You're gonna wanna go inside and flush the toilet a little bit to run some clean water through it. Once you're done, you're gonna disconnect the hose and bring it to the driver's side where the gray tank is located. You'll then empty the gray tank. Gray tank is in this compartment right here. You're gonna open it up. You're gonna do the same. You're gonna take your sewage hose and lock it into this outlet right here. And once you're all set up, you're gonna pull the gray valve second. That'll empty out the gray. Propane tank is located on the driver's side. You are responsible for filling this one up as well. It'll be either at 2/3 or full when you pick it up. Just make sure you bring it back at the same level. You can check the exact level on the gauge on the inside. This RV does have an outside sink and a small mini fridge in this compartment. If you want to use the refrigerator, you'll need to be at a campsite that has full hookups, since you'll only be getting power to this fridge if you're hooked up at the campsite. To the left of the refrigerator, storage, water hoses in here. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through the interior now. The first thing we're going to be going over on the interior is your battery disconnect switch. When you get to your RV, first thing you're going to want to do is turn this on. You're going to leave it on for the rest of the trip. If at any point you lose power, first thing you want to check is that nobody turned this off. Right below it is the awning control. You're going to push out, the awning will go out. Now make sure the keys are not in the ignition when you're putting the awning out or in. It'll lock it into place and it won't move. Also, please make sure you bring in your awning at night if it's raining or windy, and always triple check before you drive away that you're clear and your awning is in. When you're bringing your awning in, you're going to make sure that the door's out of the way, because if you bring it in and it's not, it's going to get caught right here and it'll damage the arm. So just please make sure you close the door a little bit. This switch controls the ceiling lights. The control panel is located in the hallway leading up to the bedroom area. Right here, you can turn on your generator, bring your slide in or out, turn on your water pump, water heater, check your levels. For the water pump, if you're dry camping, you're going to turn this on whenever you need water in the shower, sink, flush in the toilet. If you're not using it, you're going to want to turn it off so it's not draining your battery or running in the background. Water heater, you have an electric water heater and you have a gas water heater. If you're hooked up to a campsite's power, then you're going to be using the electric one. You can turn this one on and leave it on 24/7. If you are dry camping, then you're going to be using the gas water heater. You're going to turn this one on 10 to 15 minutes before you need hot water. Once you're done using it, you're going to turn it off so it's not burning up the propane. Over here on the bottom right, you have the generator control. If you want to start the generator, what you're going to do is you're going to hold stop for about 2 to 3 seconds. It's going to prime the generator. Then you're going to hit start. Generator time is located right below the start stop button. You get 4 hours per night. Anything over that is $5 an hour. There's 4 things in the RV that you need to have the generator on or be hooked up at the campsite's power. So let's say you're driving down the street and you want to use any of the 4 items, you have to turn on the generator. That is the microwave, the power outlets, the TV, and the central AC unit. If you want to stop the generator, all you need to do is hit stop. If you're dry camping and you have your generator on, to use the microwave, you just need to punch in your time. Okay. For the TV, you have generator on. You can turn it on. All right. And for the AC unit, you're gonna go to on, you're gonna set your fan to high, push mode again to switch over to cool. You're gonna set your temperature to about 70 degrees. Do not go any lower, because if you do that, you're gonna freeze the coils in the AC unit. This thermostat controls the unit in the front. The one in the bedroom area controls the AC unit in the bedroom. You'll do the same for this one. On, fan set to high, mode would be cool, 70 degrees. Remember, if you want to use the AC unit, you have to have your generator on if you're dry camping or driving down the street, or you need to be hooked up to the power at the campsite. If you want to shut off your unit, you're going to press mode until you select on or off. Same goes for this one. Next part on the control panel is going to be your levels. LPG will be your propane. Battery level, that's your battery. If you're dry camping, keep an eye on this. If it gets low, 1/3 or empty, you're going to turn on your generator to recharge the batteries. Let it run for at least 1 hour. If you're driving, then the battery should be charging. Now let's say you completely drain the batteries to the point where the generator won't start. What you're going to do is you're going to turn on the engine and let it run for about 5 to 10 minutes to charge the batteries in the back. Then you come back over here and start the generator. Once you get the generator going, you can shut off your engine. Fresh water level, black and gray. Black is the toilet waste, gray is the shower and the sink waste. These sensors are not very accurate. Sometimes people flush things down the toilet they're not supposed to, so it'll block the sensor. But the tanks will be completely empty when you pick up the RV. If you do empty the tanks yourself and you come back in here, it's still showing something, don't worry too much about it. The last part on the control panel will be the slide. If you're going to bring in the slide, make sure you're hooked up to the campsite's power or you have your generator on to give it some extra juice. Once you're ready to bring it, make sure your parking brake is on, the keys are out of the ignition, you're going to hit in. It'll stop on its own. Once you're ready to bring it out, you're going to hit out. Same thing, hooked up to the campsite's power or generator on. Till it stops. The refrigerator in the RV is automatic. It runs either on propane or electricity. When you get inside, you're going to turn on your fridge. It's going to be set to auto. If you have the generator on or you're hooked up to the campsite's power, then it'll be running on electricity. If you turn off the generator or unplug from the campsite, it'll switch over to propane. It'll do it automatically. You don't need to do anything to it. A very important thing for the refrigerator, make sure the RV is somewhat level. You do not want to park this thing on a hill, because if the fridge is leaning too far back or too far forward, then what will happen is it's going to shut off and it's going to take about 4 to 6 hours to restart. So make sure your RV is somewhat level. The breaker box is located on the side of the bed. I just want you to know where it's at just in case anything trips. Let's say you plug something into an outlet or you're trying to turn on the AC unit. If it doesn't want to work, just come over here and make sure none of these breakers are off. Stove runs on propane. All you need to do is set the knob to light, turn the sparker clockwise, and it'll ignite. Bring a lighter with you anyway. Sometimes the sparker goes out. You can always use a lighter to light this thing manually. For the bathroom, pretty straightforward. For the sink, make sure your water pump is on if you're dry camping. For the toilet, the flush pedal is located to the right. You're going to fill up the toilet bowl with some water first by lightly pushing on the pedal. Once it's about halfway, it's ready to use. Once you're done, you're going to go ahead and push the pedal all the way down. It'll flush the toilet. Make sure you do not use any baby wipes or flush any diapers in the toilet. RV safe toilet paper only, please. Shower. For sleeping space, you have the queen bed in the bedroom. Bed sheet is clean. You're more than welcome to use it. If not, you can take it off, set it aside, put it in one of the compartments. You have the pull-out couch. I'm just gonna pick this up from here and pull it all the way out. And then you also have the bunk bed above the passenger and driver's seat. What you need to do for the bunk bed is make sure your parking brake is on, engine is on, the control is located in the cabinet above the entry door. You're going to push down, and then you can use that ladder to climb up. When you're done using it, same thing, parking brake on, engine on, and you're going to push up. Now please make sure you do not exceed the weight limit on the bed. It's 250 pounds. The dinette does not turn into a bed. Last part of the walkthrough I'm going to go over is the dash. Over here you'll find your miles, gas level. I'm going to put the keys in the ignition, turn on the engine. For miles right here. Gas level. Your windshield wiper controllers right here. Headlights. You can also start and stop the generator from the front. To the left of the generator start, you have auxiliary start. So let's say you leave your headlights on and completely kill the engine battery. What you do is you're going to turn this on, you're going to push it up, and you're going to start the engine. What this will do, it'll use the house batteries to jump start the engine. The RV has an always on backup camera. And then dash AC is right here. Parking brake is located down there. And the brake release is right here. The leveling jacks have been disabled. And that's the whole walkthrough. If you have any questions prior to your pickup, please don't hesitate to call us or send us a message. Thank you and have a fun trip.